Esther McVey. Yes, she who is the Minister for Common Sense. Every time I hear that, I think, what must people outside the United Kingdom think of us, where we have a Minister for Common Sense, a government that actually names somebody that. I mean, really. Anyway, our Minister for Common Sense has announced, and she's going to give a big speech tomorrow, that's why this is topical, that civil service jobs dedicated to equality, diversity and inclusion, what's known as EDI, will be banned because they're woke hobby horses. She goes on to say, time and money, which should be spent on the core purpose of the public sector delivering for the public, is being wasted on woke hobby horses. Most of these kinds of equality, diversity and inclusion programmes, especially when delivered by private companies or campaigning organisations, are not transparent and their benefits unproven. If we can't prove their worth, and they don't pass the public interest test, so I'm determined to stop it. I'm just going to go slightly off topic here and just tell you a little thing about Esther McVey. So she's obviously also a GB News presenter, as is her husband. But she's banging on about this element of Whitehall waste. She has criticised Whitehall waste all the time. And yet she has claimed tens of thousands of pounds in expenses to rent a London flat, in spite of her husband owning a property a mile away from where they rent. Last year, she received £39,000 in taxpayers' money to rent the flat over the last 2 years. That's what I call Whitehall waste, Esther McVey. And it's claimed in a newspaper that between them, over the years, they may have received up to £250,000 in that way. Now, last year, I regard that as hypocrisy. I don't know whether you do. Slightly off topic, but anyway, she wrote in a newspaper that she did not want you to see, I'm quoting now, want you to see a single penny of your hard-earned cash wasted on unnecessary public spending. I want to make sure there isn't any waste. You can't put up taxpayers' bills and ask the government for more money and yet not get rid of wasteful spending yourself. I'm putting on my hat of common sense. Why don't you just give us the money back or go and live in your husband's property that he owns a mile away, and then we won't have to waste our money being spent on rent that's unnecessary, eh? Anyway, that was just my little thing there. I'm going back to the topic.